started since day one. I'm with Kanye, I'm with Akon. I run with kings like Tyreek, cause I've been the prince like Tayshaun.
It's opening day all around the NBA. We're happy to be with you as we tip off this season with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. We're looking forward to another fantastic year. Opening night and time for our State Farm lineups. First for the Heat, Chalmers and Wade are the 1 and the 2. And the man in the middle from UNLV, Joel Anthony. They utilize his abilities to maintain that presence under the rim. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Bosh in at the 4 slot. And for New York, Phillips and Fields pairing up in the backcourt. And playing center, man in the middle, Ronny Turiaf. He's a big part of that presence down low. Then it's Anthony, and it's Stoudemire in at the 4.
Well, you knew Miami would be a new big power in the East with the big 3 in tow. They didn't disappoint, blowing right by their conference win total from the prior season.
And so off the tip, it's New York. Now here's Billups. Outside Anthony. Dishes it to Stoudemire. 6 to shoot. The 3. The offensive rebound. Billups against Chalmers. Second chance shot. Turiaf misses. Now the Heat with it. And this matchup with the Knicks, hard to believe, just the first game of the NBA's 82-game regular season.
Well, going back to last year for a second, this was one of the few matchups that they didn't get the better end of things. They split the season series.
Off the screen, LeBron shot is off.
Man, a nice job there defensively, just getting a hand up enough to bother the shot.
Yeah, that was very nice. Impressive. It made it a much more difficult shot.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike D'Antoni had a few minutes for me. It's their first meeting with the Heat this season, and he knows what that means. A healthy dose of LeBron and Dwayne Wade. He feels they have the system in place defensively to deal with those two, but that even so, if either of them gets hot, they have the ability...
Knicks trail by 6. Stevie mentioned the stalemate they played to a year ago. Do you see that happening again this year, Clark?
Kevin, I'm not sure. It's really too early to tell. It wouldn't surprise me, I'd say that much, after what happened last year.
LeBron kicks to Wade. New York needs to get off a shot. Unloads. LeBron. Haslem hits it. Well done on the second effort. Here's Douglas. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Mason. Here's Magician. And it's Miller with the rebound. Magician is whistled for reaching in. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
The Heat leading by 8. And here's Wade. He kicks it to Miller. Back to Wade. Miller, the pass to Wade. Moving it around. Clock at 6. Defended by Douglas. Fires from the line. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And you look back at LeBron's arrival in Miami and how it affected Dwayne Wade. Well, his shooting and scoring went down a little bit, but you would expect that with so many weapons offensively. I thought Wade was very efficient and really sacrificed his game.
Shot to and he puts it down with authority. Strike slam Cam for another angle. Magician with his first bucket in the NBA. What a feeling he's got to have right now.
He could make it in this league as a role player. I really believe that. I don't know about taking it to another level beyond that, but he should be able to fit in.
You know, he might not have one of those things that really sets him apart, one or two things that make him special, but he's really solid, and he doesn't have many weaknesses. Just a good, solid rotational player, and every team needs those guys.
Boy, isn't it good to see Udonis Haslem back and healthy after missing most of last season with a foot injury. He's a guy who's really been...
Here's Bibby. It's a 13-point game. Now Jones. LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Brown. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
When the Heat struggled early on last season, Erik Spoelstra was unfairly thrown on the hot seat. He kept his cool, though, very impressively, and the Heat turned their season around and the talk quieted down. That's a credit to Spoelstra.
Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Well, back to Spoelstra at Miami. Clark, with the way the Heat finished, you have to think things will change. I know, Steve, you were very impressed with the way he managed that team in the postseason.
Yeah, I thought Erik Spoelstra was great. Now, a lot of people are focusing on the final series when Rick Carlisle stole the show, but to be fair to Spoelstra, he inherited a very difficult situation with a lot of talent but huge expectations. And I think Miami had a solid year, a very good year. The question now is, can they get back to the finals and finish the job?
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, it's been such a long, tough stretch for Knicks fans, but last season was a good one. Getting to the playoffs and finding talent in Amari Stoudemire and Carmelo Anthony, a couple of superstars, and they handled their business on their home floor pretty well.
Bosh dishes to Jones. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And a moment to check out Miami and who they've got coming up. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Here's Bosh. Now Stoudemire defending. And that one's good by Bosh. Bosh has got his first 2 points of the night. You know, Steve, you're right. Those superstars you just rattled off have given the basketball fans and the Knicks themselves brand new life. And now they got a product, Clark, that people want to go out and see.
Exactly, and a pretty impressive home record that I think will improve now that those guys will have more time together. Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire, 23 and 18 at home last year, and I expect that number to go up. You got to wonder, has Miami set off a bit of an arms race in regards to talent with what they were able to pull off last year? Are other teams going to look to stack stars just to try to keep up?
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Clark, you brought up the stars wanting to play with each other. You know, Steve, it seems like that is the trend now in the NBA.
Well, I think every player wants to play with great players. It's all circumstantial, really. If you're a free agent and there's a team with cap room and you've got a partner who you want to play with and you can work it all out like Miami did, then that's great. But I think those circumstances are going to be few and far between. And the knock on Chris Bosh is that he's not a powerful low post player. He's really a finesse big, not so much a bruiser.
And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Heat leading by 8.
And welcome everyone to this early season edition of HP at the Half. These two with no problems putting up points. They're leading their teams in first half scoring. Charlotte ended up with a loss to the Magic at Amway Center. They'll
And welcome back as we get rolling again here. A fresh NBA season tipping off here. Here is Bibby.
And they're going with the full court pressure in the man-to-man.
Steve, that's a really hard look to stay with for a long period of time.
Now the dish to Haslam. He dishes it to Ilgauskas. And Brown over to help. 18 feet away. Haslam, that's good. Haslam's got 9.
And a nice jump for their offense in the second half. They're now up above 50% shooting for the game.
And Steve, it's no surprise to see them in the lead. I mean, when you score efficiently like that, you keep a lot of pressure on the other team.
And the offense continues to struggle. Just one make in their 5 attempts.
Bibby for 3. And that one's good.
For 3.
Bibby's got his second basket of the night.
The Knicks struggled out of the gate last season, and D'Antoni started to feel his seat get a little warmer. I mean, you have to think that it cooled off a bit for this season, and he'll have a little more leeway.
Douglas with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Shot clock at 2. Here's Magician. New York, no good that time either. Well, back to D'Antoni, you know, Steve, he definitely should have a little bit more breathing room this year, as Clark was just talking about.
Well, we'll see. I mean, you know, he's done a good job. The Knicks made the playoffs last year, but with Donnie Walsh out as general manager, he was the one who hired D'Antoni, so you never know. I mean, I think D'Antoni's a good coach. They've got plenty of talent. This should be a good year for the Knicks, but we'll see.
Here's Douglas. And it's Miller picking him up. Douglas kicks to Mason. Will it go? That's good with a Douglas assist. Mason's got 5.
You know, it's been a real good half for them from beyond the arc, Kevin. I mean, they may as well stick with it.
They had no reason not to just continue shooting the ball from out there because they're in a good flow. They're shooting the ball with great confidence.
Now here's Douglas. Feeds it to Mason. 3-pointer. And again, New York with the triple.
6 points in short order. 2 straight from deep. That's what can happen with the 3 ball.
Yep. They've got it going. Nice, clean looks.
Well, you know, after the long playoff drought, the Knicks were finally back in the postseason last year. Did not quite turn out the way they hoped it would, but still, you got to think something to build on.
It's Roger Mason on the wing. No good with the triple. Magician, it's called for the reach. That's his 4th foul of the contest. For the Knicks, Tony Turioff, he's checked in for Brown. Stoudemire comes in for Roger Mason. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Bill Walker. Yeah, back to that Knicks-Celtics series. Steve, the Knicks were swept, but they were hurt in a big way by injuries. Earlier, Clark was talking about the injured point guard Chauncey Billups. He was a big missing piece.
Yeah, he was gone after game 1. Remember, Amari Stoudemire hurt his back in game 2 and wasn't the same at that point. You keep those guys healthy, and I think that's a much more competitive series.
Deep 2 from Anthony. That's good with a Douglas assist. Douglas has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's LeBron.
Shooting for Miami. LeBron James. 2 shots.
Free throw good, LeBron. And a new group in for the Heat. And both free throws good for LeBron. 19 seconds left in the third. Deep 2 from Anthony, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
A little bit reckless there, trying to get that rebound, and he gets the call for going over the top.
Yeah, he practically tackled him. I mean, he was draped all over.